You have the president attempting to get himself added to Mount Rushmore. That's really interesting. Signed some executive orders. Couple reasons why Biden riding a bike is important or significant, if you will. I gotta drop the intro one time.
I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need the help. Ooh, I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need the help. Ooh, that's right. I don't need nothing else. That's right.
King's Dream Entertainment.
If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Ruslan. I am a hip-hop artist, creative entrepreneur with KingsDreamENT.com. This channel exists to encourage, empower, inspire you to live out God's dream for your life. The home for those who are looking to live God's best for their life, those who are looking to defy the odds, the statistical anomalies, the outliers, and the politically agnostic. Trump signed an executive order earlier this week to extend some of the unemployment benefits, $400 a week instead of the $600. He also looked into if they can get themselves added, if he can get himself added to the South Dakota Mount Rushmore. White House reached out to the South Dakota governor about adding President Trump to Mount Rushmore. And then he posed. So an article came out, and I don't know how substantiated it is, but goodness gracious, this man is looking into getting himself added to Mount Rushmore. Now listen, I don't know your politics. You can think that Trump's the greatest president since Abraham Lincoln. You can think Trump's a bad guy. You can think whatever you want to think, right? I don't know. However, if this is true, if he's out here intentionally trying to get himself added to Mount Rushmore, the only president who would be added to Mount Rushmore while he was alive, I mean, you can't just co-signing and acting like this is normal behavior, right? It's normal. Like this picture, I mean, you talk about narcissism. Like this is wild, right? This is wild. Now, guys, I don't believe Trump is all bad. I don't believe Trump is all good. You know me. I'm gonna just tell you how I see it. There's pictures of him and his Christy Noam, who actually looked into this for him. I think this is hilarious. I don't know if he's trolling. That photo is not Photoshop. I thought of this proverb in chapter 27. I wanted to share it with you guys. See what you guys think, right? This is an interesting proverb. I think it's a good principle to live your life by. Proverbs 27, verse 2. It says, "Let someone else praise you and not your own mouth, an outsider and not your own lips." However you feel about his policies, and again, I'm not the guy that's going to tell you all his policies are bad, all his policies are good. He's on a spectrum, right? The fact that it isn't far-fetched for him, the fact that this isn't far-fetched, that this doesn't surprise us, right? This doesn't surprise us, I think is very telling. And I think it's interesting that someone would demand this type of like praise and celebration right now, right? Don't we let history vindicate whether someone was a good president or not? I think this is where some of the narcissism just kind of overwhelms me, man. He has some good ideas and some interesting policy ideas, yet it's just packaged in the most flippant, wild way possible. And he really doesn't care. It is like Kanye, right? It is like Kanye, except Kanye is 41 or 42 years old. He's a rapper, and he has a mental illness. He has bipolar. This like self-affirmation thing publicly, I just think it's weird, and I don't know if it's necessary. Just my opinion. I'd love to hear from you guys, right? I'd love to hear from you guys. I think it's hilarious, and maybe he's trolling, but I think it's wild. So this week also, Joe Biden, apparently CNN reported Joe Biden completely destroys his main attack, and it is that he's locked up in a closet in a basement somewhere. He's afraid to come out. He doesn't want to do anything. This went wild because he went riding his bike, and it was a big deal. And apparently Fox reported it first. And I just want to go over 3 quick reasons why this could be a good look for Biden, but I still feel like this is staged. Like, except the fact that Fox reported it, because if it was staged, you would think that MSNBC reported it. Biden going on a bike ride. Now check this clip out real quick.
President, have you picked a running mate yet? Yeah, I have. You have? Who is it? Who is it? You.
Mr. President, so he's on a bike ride with a bunch of people. So he's not in a basement, right? Boom. Why is it significant that this video goes viral? Well, it's not in a basement. He's not hiding out. That's been kind of the narrative. They're hiding him, right? So interestingly enough, he's out, he's active, right? He has a mask on, he's riding a bike. So one, he's out and about. So you can't just keep saying he's afraid and he's alone and he's da-da-da-da. But I do feel like this could have been contrived. I feel like somebody in his campaign has been like, hey, Mr. Vice President, your cognitive decline. Hey, we just got to get you out there to just do something active. Like, can we just get you to go take a bike ride, right? And Biden's like, yeah, sure, I can take a bike ride. So he's on a bike ride. He's wearing a mask, which is kind of, I don't wear a mask when I'm outdoors. I don't know if I'm bugging for that, but if I'm outdoors on a private trail, like, I'm not wearing a mask. So it's like this political statement. He's wearing a mask. He's not ashamed to wear a mask. Cool. I think you should wear your mask, by the way. He's wearing a mask, and then he's riding a bike. Fox reports it, which is interesting. And then the kicker is, they ask him, have you picked your vice president yet? Because that's kind of what everybody's waiting for. And he cracks a joke. He cracks a joke in the moment. So he's outdoors, right? He's outdoors. He's active. He's not hiding. He's wearing a mask. So there's potentially some virtue signaling here. I don't know how many of you guys go outdoors and go run with a mask on or exercise with the mask on outdoors. I don't, but maybe you should. I don't know. I haven't looked into should be wearing masks outdoors. And then 3, he cracks a quick joke. He cracks a quick joke. If Trump's entire campaign is he's hiding, he's in his basement, he has cognitive decline, and then you see that he's not hiding, he's actively riding a bike, and he's exercising, and he's showing that he can come up with a joke quick off the top, which it wasn't like the most interesting joke. That might go on to prove that, hey, maybe he's not doing as bad, and maybe some of these attacks by Trump are unwarranted. I don't know. I would like to hear what you guys think about this, because I think this is funny. Like, I think the whole riding the bike thing, it just feels so contrived. A lot like the, come on, man, come on. Like, if you're not voting for me, you ain't black, right? Like, it has that energy around it, but maybe not. Maybe I'm looking too far into it. I don't know. What do you guys think?